What exactly is Stacy'e Jones?
Well, Stacy'e Jones is actually like my mom's maiden name and my dad's last name put together, because I figured that without the two of them, I couldn't make this come together. And they're like a really, really big support behind me doing the broadcasting and everything media, period.
Okay, so that's like nice paying homage to your parents.
Yeah, exactly.
So what exactly have they encouraged you with? Like what kind of influence have they had on you?
Just as soon as I pitched the idea, like, hey, I think I want to start my own online radio station, it was none of that, oh, well, you need to get a 9-to-5 job, you need to have security. It was basically like, do what you gonna do, and we'll try to make it happen for you. Support you and do everything you could.
So Stacy'e Jones currently has 2 stations under his belt, correct?
Yes.
Can you explain to me the Sounds of Soul?
Sounds of Soul is the neo-soul, Motown, R&B, and jazz station. And that's something that I grew up in the 90s music, born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. And in the 90s, R&B just kind of took over. And that's what I kind of fell in love with. And now it's like, you can't separate, it's really hard to separate R&B from hip hop, but you can in a sense. That's why I like the neo soul, because it's a hip hop beat with a soul to it.
Right.
So that's basically what Sound of Soul Radio is.
So the other station that you have is Liquid Flow.
Right.
What exactly is Liquid Flow? What's the concept
Liquid
behind it?
Flow is just a hip hop station, and that kind of derived after I started Sounds of Soul Radio. I would get just emails and music just from a lot of people like, oh, you should start a hip hop station and play this artist, or can you play my music? I do this is where I'm from. So it's like I got overloaded with so much requests and so much music for hip hop that I was like, okay, I might as well just start a hip hop station. And Liquid Flow is actually paying homage to a classmate of mine that I went to Specs Howard with, DJ Liquid, and he passed about 2 months after we graduated. So this is kind of in memory of him. And he was one of the dopest DJs that I ever knew. He was on his way to the top, and he was just gone too soon.
So why internet radio? I mean, a lot of people would probably say, knowing you from the past, you know, you were the athlete, you played basketball all throughout school, and, you know, actually really good at it. So, now, you know, everybody loves music, so, but like, what really, you know, made you decide to do an internet radio station?
Well, I always loved music, like playing sports, you know, waiting in between games. I always had the headphones on. And it was like, I really, really looked up to like the radio DJs and what they did and the music, period. So when I graduated from high school, it was like, what am I gonna do next? Went into radio, got an internship, and seen that it was way more to radio that I love than just the music aspect of it.
What exactly about that internship kind of like really helped, made you kind of focus in on creating your own station, or was it?
I got in right when music was taking a turn, to me, taking a turn for the worse, just all about the money, the feeling, the emotion behind the music, hip hop in general and R&B just made a turn to like, if you don't have a dance to the song, then you don't have a hit on the radio. And I seen like the DJ didn't really have control over the music that they had to play. So I was like, oh, this is not what I thought radio was. But I still love the aspect of being able to play music that other people love, like your listeners loved it, they loved you, and that's really what kind of drew me into it.
So what do you think separates people, you know, that drive? You know, people talk a lot about their dreams, but you're actually making yours a reality.
When it comes to that, just don't listen to other people. Just, you're gonna say an idea and people are gonna literally say that's stupid, that's dumb, and it won't work. I've heard it so many times when I quit my first radio job. They're like, that was the dumbest thing you could have ever did. You were already living your dream. But just ignore those people, do what you do, because they will be back and tell you they always believed in you, and that's a lie, because you know that they told you basically that your idea was dumb and it wasn't gonna